本视频由丸子进步工作室独家赞助播出哦。
Hello everyone， 我是丸子 Tina，Welcome back to my channel。今天呢，我又来去 update 我的雅思口语示范素材了。今天的话题呢是感兴趣的大公司，好像是9到12月份的新话题吧。这个呢也是在群里呼声超级高的。那跟上次一样，这次呢也是会没有字幕，然后2天后就会把所有的字幕整理成一个 Word document， 然后放在我的公众号丸子 Tina 的英语频道，大家可以去那边去看，然后呢免费拿取。那这样子呢可能会比较方便一点吧。
开始之前还想声明一下，因为上个视频呢还是有人在问为什么我说的那个稿会超过2分钟，因为呢那是我在一个无准备的情况下即兴去说的，我自己并不知道我说了多长时间，我只是按照自己的感觉觉得差不多说完了，然后我就会停。那我中间呢是没有看到时间的，所以呢我也没有说去刻意要把我自己的 speech 音控制在2分钟之内。那其实呢大家在准备的时候也可以按照这样子的感觉，不要说准备的刚刚好2分钟，因为这样的话在考试你紧张容易说快，很容易就说不够2分钟，说不够2分钟是会扣分的。而如果你说的超越2分钟呢，你放心，你的考官会打断你，因为他们每个考试呢都是有个时间限制的，他打断你并不会造成你的分数的损失，所以大家可以完全200%的放心。我们宁愿去 over prepare， 也不要 under prepare。Get it？
那就事不宜迟，赶快开始吧。So the big company I would like to talk about is, I guess, every girl's dream, which is the most coveted luxury fashion house, Hermes. Yet despite its current popularity and fame, Hermes actually had a pretty humble beginning. It started out simply as a saddlery shop, selling high-quality wrought harnesses and bridles for the carriage trade. But later on, as its businesses grew and developed, it branched out, including other aspects of fashion, such as, haute couture, handbags, and small pieces of jewelry, and also tableware, and also furniture. So, yeah, currently it's a huge company encompassing all kinds of, businesses. I knew Hermes at the influence of social media and also the influence of some of my favorite fashion bloggers. I could see how they carry their bags in the magazines and also on their blogs and their videos, and I was really quite amazed by the quality and the design of the bags. But initially I didn't really understand why a simple handbag could be so expensive, costing thousands of dollars. And it's not like if you have the money you can get the bag, right? You have to wait, you have to be put on a waiting list and waiting forever, and you have to use all kinds of strategies to negotiate with your sales assistant. So at first I didn't really understand it, but then as I read more about Hermes, I understand how the company does business. So these days, a lot of fashion houses, including Celine or maybe D&G, I guess, I'm not 100% sure, but these fashion companies are acquired by a bigger company which is called LVMH. So under this atmosphere, Hermes is one of the few luxury fashion houses that stick to its original way of production, which is its family owned or its very niche workshop type of production. It's not really influenced by how the other brands are doing what they're doing, and it's not following the trend. I guess something that's quite precious, because when they refuse to be acquired or to be turned into mass production, they can actually uphold the quality of their products. And it's true, because Hermes handbags are known for its durability, its craftsmanship, and also the artisan spirit behind. So now I understand why. Some people may say that they are, pursuing hunger marketing, which is to kind of deceive customers into buying more and craving more. But to see it from another perspective, they're simply trying to uphold your heritage and tradition.
So yep, that's the big company I want to talk about, and I think there are more mysteries and saucy tales about Hermes which are waiting for me to discover, and I'm happy and ready to search them online.
现在呢来做 Part 3的示范。第一个问题是 What are the differences between a big company and a small company? There are a lot of differences, but I would like to discuss 2 of them. First is in terms of the staff employed. For a big company, there are a lot of employees, which means these employees can be each assigned a specific area of work that they're usually good at. So that leads to higher efficiency and better quality of work performed. Whereas for a small company, usually there are only, say, a handful of employees that each person has to carry with him or her multiple tasks, and they have to multitask sometimes. So sometimes if they're careful or negligent, then there could be mistakes in their work. So that's the first difference. Another difference is in terms of decision-making process. In a big company, decision-making takes longer time because it has to pass through several decision-making boards, and finally the final decision is made by the CEO. Whereas for a small company, there is a quicker or better communication channel between the employees and the employer, so decisions can be made faster. 第二个问题, are there any big companies in your hometown? Well, sure, there are many big companies in my hometown, which is Guangzhou. So if you're from China, you will know that Guangzhou is titled as the food paradise. It's a culinary paradise with lots of delicacies. And that's why there are many big companies, dining companies in Guangzhou. And one such company is the Garden Hotel, which is, I think, one of the oldest and most famous hotels in Guangzhou. When I was very young, my parents would bring me there on special occasions, for example, the Chinese New Year or my birthday to celebrate. And I was always very happy when I knew I could go to the Garden Hotel to enjoy the delicacies there. Especially in the old days when people in Guangzhou were not very rich. Garden Hotel was a symbol of one's social status and wealth. Even though nowadays people are more economically capable, they will still want to, invite guests or their family members to the Garden Hotel on special occasions. I guess the Garden Hotel is not just a 5-star luxury hotel. It actually exists in the collective memory of all Cantonese people. It's simply something that represents a better future or a hope in their memory. Question 3. What are the advantages of working in a big company? I guess a lot of people would like to work in a big company due to 3 main reasons. First is in terms of the working experience. You get a lot of solid working experience if you work in a big company. You can observe how management is done. You can observe the normal procedures of work from which you can benefit a lot. Second is in terms of the connections. Usually a big company has connections with many other companies. So when you do your daily work, you get a chance to get in touch with people from other companies from whom you can also learn. And as we know, connections is something that's really important to an adult, right? If you want to do business or if you want to open your own business in the future, then you need to have the right connections. So working in a big company can give you a quick access to the right resources and the right connections. Number 3 is about salaries and the peripheral benefits. For example, sometimes you got gifts from the company, and sometimes you have bonuses or other things the company give you as your peripheral benefits. Also, the salaries are pretty stable in a big company, so you don't have to worry about if the company is profiting or not. You will still get your salary on time. Question 4. Is it difficult to get a promotion in a large company? Well, for this question, I would say yes and no. Yes, it is difficult because you have a lot of competitors. As I just mentioned in the first question, there are many employees in a big company, and usually all of them are pretty talented in their own way. So to get a promotion, you have to compete against these people and prove that you are somehow better or more capable than them. So in that sense, it is more difficult. However, you could also argue that it's not so difficult to get a promotion because in a big company, there are many different positions. As the company develops each year, there will be new positions being created for a special area of work. So if you equip yourself adequately, if you seize every chance to learn, then you will find that actually opportunities will come to you before you know it. So I guess the best strategy to stay and to continue working in a big company is that you should always constantly think about how you can equip yourself. You should always have the mindset of learning right? We should always try to enrich ourselves. So that way, you won't be afraid to be replaced or even to be fired by your boss. You will see actually that there are many chances waiting for you. 那以上呢就是我自己对 Part 2和 Part 3关于这个感兴趣的大公司的一个示范啊。因为呢，所有的这种表述啊都是即兴的，所以当然会有一些中间不完美啊、卡壳或者是重复的部分，大家就请见谅。不过呢，这个也是想说去还原一下我当时自己考试，就是2次都是拿8.5这个成绩嘛。的一个感觉是怎样的？其实8.5分并不是说哇一定是完美无瑕或怎样，主要还是一个你的内容条理要比较清晰，而且呢你在说一点的时候呢有它适当的一些 elaboration。第二个呢是我们说话的时候其实会有一些抑扬顿挫的，就是大家一定要去放开胆子去强调一些单词。比如说我自己刚刚回忆下来，我记得我当时在说 Part 2的时候，我会说到 Hermes it is the most coveted, right? The most. 那这时候我强调这个 th 这个 the 这个字，那会有一些重音在里面。那有些时候说话会有一些弱读什么的，其实都可以显示出我们是一个比较 natural 的一个说英语的方式，就不会说我在背稿啊还是怎样。那以上这些文稿呢都会在2天之后传到我的公众号，大家可以去免费领取和学习。那如果大家有任何的一些提议啊建议，都可以在视频的留言区告诉我的。希望这个视频可以帮到你们，下次再见，拜拜。